Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast, the live stream edition, and thank you. The podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I am your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. And joining me tonight is absolutely nobody. It is Scott. It's Scott alone. Bell is on vacation, so I get to say what I want, do what I want, format it however I want. Meaning Scott gets to just be Scott up here, and you know what? I need to do this every now and again, so it kind of works out. Here at the podcast, we have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo, it's no longer acceptable. It's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto. Welcome to the podcast. And again, thank you. So, I started the morning so good. I was in such a good mood, and there's kind of a thing with doing YouTube and just putting yourself out there in the public is that you are going to be you get attacked a lot. I get attacked a lot. I'm fine with it. Well, I mean, it doesn't make me happy. I don't wake up, oh, give it to me. I want, please be a dick. I don't wake up hoping for that by any means. I just accept it as part of it's part of the business, and I just I need to tell you guys, I cannot thank you enough for the amount of support that you guys have given to us and given to this channel for the years that we've been up and doing it. I've been this is going to get all kinds over the board, and this is all over the board, and this is what happens when Bell's not here, man. I'm allowed to just I'm just allowed to wax philosophical, and it has a tendency to get me emotional, so I do apologize for that. I'm in crypto, and that means that my mind, my focus, my attention is on this almost 24/7. When I am not doing this, I am looking at boards, I'm looking at charts, I'm doing research, I'm figuring out other ways to earn. But I'm also at the same time, because of this very channel, trying to look into ways that people are screwing other people just so I can shed a little light on it. Now, most simply don't care. It's part of the game. I think that they're a blight on crypto. I think this is about the worst thing that you could possibly do is a lot of the stuff that all of these random Juno tokens are doing and kind of invading Cosmos. I went and looked at like Uniswap, and man, it's even worse over there. But, you know, people like to meme. They like to meme hard. So I'm not here to tell them how to spend their money. I would never do that, man. That is ego. I mean, that is just absolute ego there. And I don't have that kind of ego. So if I could just shed a little light on it, this is the scam illustrated. I think my conscience is kind of clear. The other funny thing, this was a lot of soul searching for me, by the way, is why do I keep doing this? Well, one, I love to do it. I love to talk. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be doing podcasts talking about games, or I'm a big gamer, so I'd be talking about games or music. I'm really into music, or blacksmithing. I'm really into blacksmithing. What I'm saying is I have a lot of hobbies, but right now is the time that I think I need to continue doing exactly what we're doing because I'm just trying to help. And that's the funny thing. And that's the part that really kind of grinds my gears when I get, when business is being given my way, because I am legitimately trying to help. I don't need your money. I don't. All right. I don't need YouTube money. I don't. I don't need YouTube at all. I don't. But I think that I can help. So that's why we continue to do this. That's why we continue to put ourselves out there. That's why we continue to fight and struggle. And this is why I have just so much appreciation for each and every one of you guys that continue to support us. Even why what we're doing is clearly not working, and it's clearly not resonating, and it's very clear that it's not right for this particular space, but we feel that it's right for us. So we're going to continue to do it. We're going to continue to bring it. We're going to continue to try to do the best show that we can for you guys, give you the best production that we can, because you guys give us your time, and it means the world to me. That is the one thing that you can never get back, ever, is your time. So if you're going to spend it with me, I just want you to know that I appreciate it, that it means the absolute world to me. And if you want to continue to see me up here, I will continue to be up here. I'm doing well in crypto. Podcast LLC is doing very, very well in crypto. We are we do our work. All right, we dig down. We figure out what's going on and how to maximize it. Now, we're not out to hurt anyone, wreck any chains. We're not doing any of those things. We're trying to play the game the way the game with the rules that they are presented to us. It would be nothing to make up a meme token, bring it over here, and just absolutely go savage on the crypto folks that don't quite know what they're looking at. It would be nothing for us to do that, but we never would, because it is you can't do that, man. All right, it's not going to end up well, and it's certainly not going to help anything in the long term. We are long-term investors. We're looking at where the potential is long-term and trying to get our money in there and trying to get as much of it in there as we possibly can, because crypto is also about timing. Crypto moves very, very fast. You guys have seen it, and if you've been in crypto for more than 5 damn seconds, you are aware that the state of the market today is not going to be the state of the market tomorrow. It changes fast. And the digging in, buy, hold, believe, DCA, yeah. The model doesn't work here. All right, it doesn't. It hasn't for a long, long time. And so I'm just trying to illustrate that there may or may not be a better way, but that's completely up to you. We had I did get called out. I don't know, yesterday. 2 different people told me about this, and it showed up on the Discord. Apparently, I'm rugging Jackal. See, I wasn't even aware of it. I had no idea that what I was doing by me buying the Jackal token, I had no idea that that's how you rug it. It's new. I admit I'm new to crypto, and I'm not quite sure how it works. But I'm pretty sure that buying a token is not rugging the token. But you know what? You do you. I really hope. What was that guy's name? Anybody? Somebody put it in chat. Please give me a notification if he's in the if he shows up over here on my stream again, because I'd like to thank him publicly for his critique on me personally and what I'm doing, and for actually having a go at Emery. And if you guys know Emery, you know this is probably one of the most genuine people I've ever met in my life. I will literally give Emery my seed phrase to any wallet that I own, anything. I will hand him over the seed phrase. That's how confident I am in that man's integrity. All right, he is not out to get anybody. He is literally trying to build the better world. And to merely dismiss him as an accountant, I'm a blacksmith. All right, I'm just saying. I'm actually a blacksmith. All right, I'm not a financial advisor. I actually play guitar. I'm not a blacksmith. I'm actually a gamer. I don't play guitar. What I'm saying is that it's possible for people to have multiple skills and to be successful in multiple things. But to dismiss him as an accountant, yeah, man. I appreciate the critique, but again, you're now having a go at one of the most honest and genuine people I've ever met in my life. And I'm 51 years old, man. I've been around. I've met a lot of people. I can't think of another person, maybe one other person, that I would literally give my seed phrases to and come back tomorrow and all the money is still going to be there. So I'm just saying, man, look, if you're going to critique, do your research at least. After that, it's kind of cool. So, yeah, man, look, we're going to have some, I'm going to try to have some fun tonight. I'm just doing my thing. I need to get back to doing Scott. I really do. As much as I enjoy doing the educational stuff, and I'm more than happy to continue to bring it. Did you guys see Geo? Did you I see it going over my head right now. Do you guys see Geo? That's kind of funny, but it doesn't matter. I got to get back to doing me. All right, I got to get back to just literally showing you step by step. This is how I make money. This is what I do with the money, and this is what I intend to do with the money that I make from doing what I did. I need it every now and again. you got to bring context, man. That's kind of the bear. Everybody's lighting up right now. They're going on, oh, look at all these tokens going up. Oh, my God, you need to buy this with no context, without saying you should maybe have bought this, or let's pretend that you're buying it now. Great. What are you going to do with it? Great. Where do you expect it to go from here? Great. What is your plans with simply buying this token? The lack of context in crypto reporting is ludicrous. It is absolutely ludicrous. But I understand you're appealing to the least common denominator, and the least common denominator doesn't really have a plan. They don't really work like that. There is no long-term plan that they have. They are simply buying something because it's going up. Now, we've broken that out. That's fear of missing out, tulip frenzy, FOMO, market psychology, all the other good stuff that we talk about. And that's fine. If you want to profit in that world, I will show you how to profit in that world. I will. I'm not happy about it. I don't like going savage on people who simply do not know. All right? I'm not Gordon Gekko. I'm not that kind of guy. I want to make money in sound products. I want to make money in sound products that have value capture. I don't want to capture value of ignorance. I don't want to capture value of youth. I don't want to tear these people apart simply because I can. I don't want to do that. However, if you want to, I could certainly show you how to, and then it's on you. I don't think there's any problem just illustrating that this is how A plus B equals C. I don't really see any problem doing something like that. And then after that, man, you do you. My videos are public. All right, there's nothing that there's not much that I keep to myself that I won't say in front of the camera. There really isn't. I will just happen to go for it. So, all right, it's going to be weird, guys, and I do apologize because I have to look at comments, and this is what Belle does. She's usually talking in my ear, so I know what is coming up next, because this is the ear that hears everything on the computer, but this is the ear that hears Belle. It's kind of interesting, by the way. This is why if you see me just zone off, if you see me just doing this, Belle's talking to me. So she's paying attention and she runs the show. But let's have some fun, guys, tonight. Let's get down to a little bit of basics. Again, I am doing this alone. You're going to have to give me some breaks here so I can get screens moved and set up and all that other good stuff. But please give me just a minute. We're going to come around. I'm going to show you 2 dexes that I'm farming. I know I've put this information out before. I want to give you more context. So I'm going to show you 2 dexes I'm farming, and I'm going to tell you why I am farming them, even though I know that I'm hurting the dexes. But let me bring you both of those things. That's going to be the very next segment as soon as I come back, the plans with the money that I make from that, and so forth. But I need to drink, and that's not enough for me. All right, that ain't going to do it. So let me top up the glass, guys. 60 seconds. We will be right back. And if anybody happens to be tuning in over on Facebook, thanks for joining us, guys. We're going to get the restream thing worked out. And if I can get it worked out, we're going to be going live on YouTube, Twitch, Restream, Twitter. I mean, I'll put it everywhere I possibly can because we're not doing this for the money, and we are doing it to try to put out good information. So the more people we reach, more people that will get good information. Anyway, guys, 60 seconds. Be right back, and thank you for joining me tonight. All right, thank you. And I am sorry. I was looking through the comments, and I was texting, so I didn't get to fill it up. Tonight's episode is brought to you by Maker's Mark, number 46. For a high-quality drunk, look to Maker's Mark, number 46. Somebody recommended that. They put it out of the Discord, and I'd had it before. Man, there is something about that. I like Maker's Mark, but it's kind of, it's kind of low to mid grade, just the factory bottle off the shelf. It's not bad. I like a little bit more spice, so it doesn't quite do it for me. But that Maker's Mark 46 is fantastic, and believe I think I got it at Hy-Vee or Walgreens. You know, the places that you go to buy your really good bourbon. I'm pretty sure that's where I went for these ones. So yeah, tonight is brought to you by Maker's Mark because we are a highly sponsored program. Keep in mind, I am just a shill. All right, all I do is shill tokens to get people to buy them so I can dump on their heads. There you go. That's all out. We're crystal clear now. I have disclosed it. It's not true, but it just seems like that's what's expected anymore. And it is a Saturday night. I can say what I want. All right, we're gonna tail back around over here to Crescent, and this is where you know what. Let me switch wallets real quick. I want to get up. Let me switch wallets without flashing that much because I want to show something where I actually got a better amount of money in here so that it just makes a better example. So we are looking at Crescent. We're looking at Crescent Earn. Needless to say, I'm kind of big over here, but I'm big in just a couple of pools. Again, man, it's about context. Now, I know what I'm doing to this DEX. I am well aware of what I'm doing to this DEX. I am harvesting this DEX each and every day. They are paying me out in Crescent. I am liquidating the Crescent, and I am buying other tokens with it that are not Crescent. All right, we grab it, we liquid stake it, and we sell it. We turn it into something else. Now, this is the very definition of farming. I like what they're doing over here. I think that it is a really, really nice DEX. All right. I love what they're doing over here. But this is a very, very, very highly competitive space when you start talking about DEXs. If you want to get in, if you want to see some bloom and gloom, look at Wind, look at Loop, look at all of these L2 DEXs that spin up all over the place. They spin up because they're quick, they're easy, they're cheap, and it's very, very easy for the developers of these things to make a bunch of money on them. And that's really where it's going to come down to for most of these guys is just money. It comes down to you for money. You're in here for money. All right. Could be a grand plan. There could be, I just want to make the world a better place and all of that. But for most of us, it simply comes down to money, and then that's it. Now, Crescent has had a big problem, and they continue to have a big problem. They're a good DEX. They are neat. They have a lot of innovation over here. The problem is that they're based around a token, and a DEX that is based around a token is always going to favor anything having to do with their token via, should I mention Sift Chain. They're always going to favor their token. That's why I'm trying to, until I can find the perfect DEX that simply doesn't have a DEX token, I'm going to farm them. That's it. I'm providing a service, all right? I am providing liquidity so that this DEX could function. So although you might, I might want to come off in this looking like Scrooge McDuck, I'm not. They need my liquidity, and I need a reason to put it there, all right? That's called a symbiotic relationship. They need my money, and I want to make money on my money, and then that's it. All right, that's all there is to it. There is nothing else. The entry price to get your token listed here on Crescent is approximately $5,000. It costs nothing to list a token over here on Crescent. That's why they have so many good, just big quality tokens over here, because it costs nothing to list them. And for the bulk of these tokens, a lot of these are L1s that simply do nothing at all. Their whole job as an L1 token like this is to be bought. Not even used, it's just to be bought until something happens, until the market turns, until the bull comes, until everybody realizes how cool we are and starts building over us. Until that time happens, this token is designed to be bought and sold, and that's it. Don't try to make it more than it is. All right. If there is no action on this one, if there's nothing built on this chain, then it's a token that's designed to be bought and sold. It might as well be a meme. So if you're going to send me L1s. If you're going to make me swim in those waters, if you're going to make me have to invest in that, I'm going to invest as if I am in a meme token. And I'm going to harvest what I can. I'm going to get in. I'm going to get out. I'm short term. I'm not long term. Your success or failure to me ultimately is not really in my best interest. What I can get off from you at the time is. That's it. So as much as I like what they're doing over here, their model is a little bit flawed. Their model is dependent on more and more and more people coming over here, and the problem is that they're not. because there are tons and tons and tons of other places that people can go now. It is just it's completely up to you as the investor where you want to spend your money, and there are plenty of places to do it. So either you fix your model, or we have to act a certain way to be successful over here, and this is that certain way. Now, I don't want to just leave that out there and say I have a dog that's trying to get my attention right now. I think it's time for them to eat. Let's just illustrate, because I think it's easier for me to do this if you just see it for yourself. So what I mean by a bleeding token, and something that is just going to slowly bleed to irrelevancy, is based on that chart that you're looking at right there. Now, this is, I mean, it's pumped. Great. Everything's pumping right now. But over the last 90 days, all right, you don't want to be in that token. There is no one. Show me somebody. Who are these angels? Who are these beautiful influencers that are just dying to hold to zero so that they can be righteous? Where are these people? Because there is nobody that wants to be in that investment over the last 90 days. You are losing money every single day. And these APRs right here are not going to save you. They absolutely will not. When you are bleeding that much, you have to look at that APR over a period of years. Now, break that APR down today, and you get to find out that if you made 0.08% today and your token bled down 1.2%, that you lost money. Period. The longer you're in that, the longer you hold that, the longer these market conditions remain the way that they are, and you buy, hold, and believe, you lose money every single day. So how do we avoid that? Well, there's several different ways to avoid that, and why don't we show you a couple of them right now, and we're going to use Crescent as a perfect example. Clearly, I have some money over here. That's it's not piles, but that's you can't poo-poo. You can't just dismiss 45 grand, all right? Even to me, I'm like, ooh, that's a good deal. So most of my money is sitting right there, by the way, and that number keeps going up. They are getting hungry, 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 and need more of your money over here. That's a 41.7% interest on Atom and USDC Gravity Bridge. You heard me right. 41.7% on Atom and USDC. Scott, how do they do it? There's got to be a way. There's got to be a why. There's got to be a reason. The big reason is that they pay you out in Crescent. The rewards of this are paid out in Crescent. So if they have a tremendous amount of Crescent that has not yet been put into the market, and they do, then it's nothing for them to incentivize these things however they want. Because if you break it all the way down, these are digital tokens that have no real world value until you actually do something with them. Crescent is just one of those particular things. So if you break it out and look, and there's a couple numbers on here that they don't put that are very, very important. And I'll tell you about those and show them if you are very curious about it, because, again, I like to help. But this pool, your exposure on this pool is whatever Atom is doing, and you're paired with a stable token, USDC Gravity Bridge, plus whatever that is doing. And they're going to pay you 41.7% because they need your money. This makes their order book work. This is the big thing on Crescent, is their order book. At least it should be the big thing on Crescent, is the order book, because order books are awesome. All right, I buy and sell my tokens via order books wherever I possibly can. As much as I like AMMs, I don't like slippage. So if I can do it via an order book, I'm absolutely going to. But the only way that you can really make this pool work, the only way that this can work for you is if you are extremely diligent with it, meaning you have got to harvest that Crescent and you have got to get out of it. You are bleeding the decks. You're harvesting the decks. Now, it's not nice, all right? It is not something that it should be encouraged. However, you didn't make the rules. I didn't make the rules. We deal with it. Symbiotic relationship. They need my money. They set the terms, so I'm going to work it as much as I can. The nice thing to do is just buy that Crescent, hold on, believe, all the way down to nothing, hoping that they can pull it out. But I don't really work like that. I would like to get my money now. If I'm taking the risk, I fully intend to get to the rewards, and I understand it's not nice, but I don't care. All right? I didn't make it. You made the decks. You set the terms. I'm going to go ahead and work with them. I know this is not nice, and I know, the whole Gordon Gekko, Scrooge McDuck thing is coming out. But you got to do what you got to do, man. If you want to earn, and you want to earn smartly, and if you care about your money, then you're going to do what is necessary for you to do it. So you're going to have to liquidate this crescent, and you're going to have to put it in wherever you need. Now, let me show you something, even though I know you guys have seen me do this hundreds of times, but I'll do it again here. Whatever I got, all right, we'll take the $36. Now, the fun thing about APRs like this, particularly ones that you're going to immediately liquidate and turn into something else, the fun thing about these is that entry prices and entry points don't really matter, because that is not your money. That is the DEX's money. So what can we do with that? So we'll come over here, and we're going to always save a little bit for gas. We're going to go ahead and liquidate. We're going to liquid stake the crescent that they just gave us. Not a lot of money, guys. I'm not doing this to say, oh, look at all the money I have. I'm just doing this to show you this is what I do step by step. So if you were ever wondering, this is how I do it. So we're going to do that. We're going to swap whatever else I happen to harvest on this. We're going to swap it all. There's Gravity Bridge. We'll bust that into B Creek, because I don't really care about Gravity Bridge either. Not that I don't like the Gravity Bridge. I think Gravity Bridge is excellent. I think it's competitive space. Bridges are a very, very competitive space, and I'm not going to go long on a bridge. I'm just not. That's Gravity Bridge, Axlar, but I can go on and on, but I think you guys get the point. And how about a little bit of Agoric? Who's going out of their way for Agoric? I gotta ask, man. It's you know what? Agoric's great. That's the YouTube way. Agoric is fantastic. You should buy all of it. In fact, you should mortgage your house so that you can buy some Agoric, man. They're doing great things, and any day now it's going to be wonderful. But what I do after I take all of this stuff is I go straight to Atom. I'm not a lover of Atom. I'm a very big liker of Atom. Atom needs a use case. I understand that we're not supposed to be talking about this, because this is Cosmos. Look over here, man. These are all Cosmos tokens. I understand I'm not supposed to be saying this stuff, but I want to be straight up with you guys. Atom needs a use case. Right now, Atom is the majority. 95% of Atom is purely speculative. It is gas and governance. All right, gas and governance tokens are worth. They're speculative. It's worth however important it is to somebody to do it. But all the way down, if you took away interchain security, which is still not quite there, it's Bitcoin. It's basically Bitcoin, just a much, much smaller market cap. All right, so anyway, we take it and we bust it all down and we send it all to Atom. So now I can put that stuff to work in anything I want, because it's no longer Crescent. It is no longer this. All right, it's no longer Crescent. Now it's this. Now it is just the big daddy Atom. And let's not get nuts. You look at that thing over 180 days, it hasn't moved. Over 6 months, it hasn't moved. Now, for me, tremendous investment. That is an absolutely wonderful investment over the last 6 months. This token 6 months ago was at $12.45, and at this very moment, it's at $12.33. In crypto, that is heroic. Now, I want you to think about this for a minute. All right, I really want you guys to think about this for a minute. I'm a farmer. All right, I put on my overalls, I put on my straw hat, I chew on a piece of grass, and I farm the land. I farm whatever land happens to be available. So if I can get a stable blue chip that was nice and stable over the last 6 months with the APRs that I am making on it, perfect example. Not that one, but right here, this very thing is the perfect example. I'm paired up with Atom and USDC as my pairing. Now, aside from a little bit of impermanent loss that I did take, because it is what it is, Atom goes up, Atom goes down. When you're paired with a stable, you're going to get some IL in there. But over the last 6 months, with that thing there, because I'm paired up with this thing, I'm actually up based on the APR that they're giving me right here. So I am, it's a farmer's paradise when you can get a token that's that stable for that long. And I get it. It's up, it's down. It's not that, man. You got to take a long-term view of this. You cannot look at it tomorrow. All right. When you're farming, what matters is 30, 60, 90 days. And if you can catch that thing 180 days, man, that is a gift. But let me illustrate what I actually wanted to illustrate over here. So that money that I just pulled off from that $40, $50, whatever it is, that I just pulled out of there is great. But I don't want to simply stick it back in Atom USDC, even though I think that that's about the safest investment on this entire DEX, unless you went to right down here, which is Axelar USDC at 11%. Now, why do they give you 11%? Because they need a liquidity pool here so people can swap Gravity Bridge version for the Axelar version. That's it. No liquidity pool. It's not happening. And they'll give you 11%. 11%. To hold your stable tokens. Come on. I don't know how much better people can be to you. But I want to stay with Atom, but I'm willing to take a hell of a lot more risk on this Atom because guess what? It's not Atom that I paid for. This is Atom that used to be Crescent, is now Atom, and I want to support the DEX because I'm just a hell of a nice guy. So I'm going to come over here to this to the stake Atom pool at 93%. Love it. Love it. You're going to give me 93% for pairing what is a morally questionable Atom, that's a stake with native Atom. But if you're going to give me 93% on a pool that has $772,000 in it, why would I not do this? You saw me break down the Cree. You saw it become Atom. We hit that maximum or maximized deposit, and then we see the why of it. Now, this is a ranged pool with a huge amount of range. Huge amount of range. So I'm going to be taking that Atom that I had, and most of it is going to become right here. It's going to become stake Atom. I'm more than happy to explain the range pools on here. I'm not going to do it tonight because I just want to have some fun. But hit me up or ask me on the Discord or something like that, and we can go ahead and break it down. What I'm going for right here is 93%. That's what I'm going for. So we took it, we turned the Crescent in, turned the Cree into B-Cree, turned the B-Cree into Atom, and we're taking the Atom and we turned it into Atom and stake Atom, and they're going to pay us 93% to farm a DEX not using a DEX token. All right, do you guys understand that? We're farming a DEX, not using a DEX token. Crescent has taken an incredible amount of risk over here. I mean, huge. Huge. I think it's necessary. I think it's innovative. I think it's a new way. I don't think they're doing themselves any favors by not pairing up with their DEX token. If you're going to build a DEX around a DEX token, then you got to get that thing out there. But they are supporting non-native token or non-native pools. They're doing it to pump up their order book. I respect what they're doing there. I just want to, if I'm taking the risk, because this is crypto, it's inherently risky. If I'm taking the risk, I want to get the reward. That's how I get the reward. So we just turned that in. So we took the money that we farmed from here at 41.7. Wrong screen. We took the money that we farmed from here at 41.7%, and we turned it into an asset that I really like that we're farming at 93%. That pool right there, I am indifferent to that pool. If the stake Atom does what it's supposed to do, great. If it doesn't, I don't care. You know why? It's not my money. It's Crescent money. But I'm doing them a service. I am absolutely doing them a service because the people who want to make that swap right there need a big fat pool to do it. So I'm helping them. They're helping me, giving me money. And I think that is just a wonderful thing. So, all right, guys, this would normally be the time that we would pause for questions. I can't do it. So let me see if I got anything here. Brownsburg Bat. Emery and Patrick said Jackal would be re-incentivized on Osmo, but no specific amount was given. Yes, it will be. And hopefully, well, not hopefully, it will be. It's going to be re-incentivized, but it's going to be offset with Osmo, which I kind of like because I have way too much Osmo, guys. Look, man, I got $70,000 worth of Osmo sitting there doing nothing. So I need to, I'm saying I don't really need a whole hell of a lot more, but I love the fact that Osmo is going to offset some of that APR so that they're not minting, so that the Jackal, we can start getting some organic growth out of the Jackal. That's what I'm looking for. Let me see. From Kango, why don't you switch to USDC when you want to switch to a stable token? I don't understand that question. Why don't you switch to USDC when you want to switch to a stable token? Ask that a different way, man. Let me see if I can figure it out. Gustav, how can the daily volume in an LP be more than the TVL with a 14-day lock-in period when the LP has only been listed for less than 5 days? Tell me specifically, Gustav, what's your which pool you're looking at, because I got a hunch I know, man, but I want to make sure that it's clear. Code Serial just got here. Is the discussion on Juno? No, but I will right after the break. I'll go ahead and discuss. It's not really Juno. It's what's Juno is doing to Osmo. It's always interesting. And Berms put it there in questions. Guys, I'm doing my best. Don't have a producer here, but I do want to answer your questions, comments, concerns, or observations. Get them in the chat, and I promise you that I will address them. You have me all by yourselves tonight, so we have a small audience and just me. Just want to help, guys. You got questions, send them my way. I will give you my opinion on those questions, and that's it. So if you could, guys, need to smoke, give me 60 seconds, and we'll be right back. We're going to push on to some more fun stuff, I assure you. So, and again, for the Facebook folks, if anybody's over there, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us here, guys. We will be right back, 60 seconds. Welcome back to the Podcasts, folks. Thank you for sticking around. Let's see. Somebody was asking, "Is this a Juno talk?" It just became one, sir. It just became one because I'm a host of a YouTube channel. I want to please. By the way, do you guys like the ticker over here? I took off the bar on the bottom, and I wanted to put Cosmos ticker up there. Do you guys like it? Is the screen layout okay, or is it too distracting with the tickers? I know I'm a very handsome man, and that many of you are very, very attracted to me. Thank you. I'm just going to leave it right there. Old sailor, man. All right. If any military guy is going to appreciate that. But do you guys like the new screen layout? I kind of like the tickers, man. I kind of like it. But if it's bothersome or distracting, I want to take it down. You guys let me know, man. We aim to please. All right. So I did a video this morning illustrating all these absolute crap pools that the best thing to come out of Juno lately seems to be these tokens. But you have to know what you're looking at. It's very, very important. So we did do a video illustrating it, but I'm live, so why not illustrate it again? Almost as if it was the method that they're using now. You guys see a brand new pool up here called Shiba C and USDC. This is a Juno token. It does absolutely nothing, but the formula is working for them, so they're going to continue to work the formula as long as osmosis people remain ignorant of what is actually going on over here. These are meme tokens, guys. That's all they are. They have no use. They're not going to do anything. They're not building a better world. There is no, well, you just got to buy, hold. There's none of that, all right? These things are built to enrich the people who built them, and that's it. Don't try to wax philosophical on this, all right? These are stupid. They're ignorant. They're transparent, and it could be taken advantage of, but you have got to be in on the scam on these guys. Any other time, man, it's going to be rough. So this morning, this pool's been up for a few days. You can see the APR, so you have a pretty good idea what's going on. But okay, there, guys, almost immediately, just recently launched is the Shiba C USDC pool. So what they're doing, and it's painfully transparent because they continue to do it over and over. Now, the reason that they continue to do it over and over is because people continue to fall for it. So as long as you continue to fall for it, lose a little bit of money, not a big deal. I had some fun. As long as you continue to do that, they're going to continue to do this. You see, all of these pools are effectively the same way. Fox Osmo came out. Oh, my God, buy Fox. It's going to be great. Look, they actually have an icon. And then but all of the Fox is not released. There's enough Fox to be put into the pool as liquidity. It is offset. Now, this is where they actually pay money, is to buy the Osmo so that they can offset the pool. After that, it's all on you. So as you buy Fox, the Osmo gets liquidated, and they just take it out the other side. Now, after they get enough out the other side to convert that Osmo into USDC, and by the way, this is all perfectly visible. You can see where it went, mintscan.io. It's your friend. I'll show you here in a second. You can literally track this money all all the way through to see how they are doing this precisely. So after they get enough out of there, they swap the Osmo for USDC. There's a reason that that pool is so massive. And now when they have a go at the second one, this is actually their money shot here. It's because they put up none of their own money. They put up the Fox that they have just not released yet, and the USDC, which they got from you through that Osmo pool. Fox USDC, Guardian Osmo, Guardian USDC, Shiba C, Shiba Osmo, and Shiba C USDC. You're going to see this one do the same damn thing. This is MNPU. I don't know what it is. Let's not get nuts. But you will see an MNPU Osmo USDC pool, and you will see I don't even know what this one is. I'm actually curious about the icon, man. Have you guys lost any motivation to at least pretend to try to be something real? That is simply a box with a plain text in there saying CLST. Don't worry, you're going to make a whole bunch of money. So if you want to see what's actually going on with it, Osmo gives you a really nifty thing here called stats. So if you click that stats page, and you don't even need to connect a wallet, but if you hit that little stats page and take a look at anything, we're going to look at the Guardian USDC pool. This is going to show you everything that's going on in this pool, all right? Everything that's going on in this pool. 100 wasn't working, but okay, we'll do that. So the last 100 transactions or whatever that occurred on this pool, sort them out by value. And this is where you start to get a little bit of clarity on what's actually going on over here. So this is the token into the pool, and that's the token out of the pool. These are people dumping, selling, getting rid of all of that stuff. That's a buy. And all the rest of these are sell. So USDC, there you go, another buy. So you can actually see some of the buys and sells on here. But most of them are just people dumping off this token because the scam is over. The people who are going to get screwed in this one are the people who are locked into this token. And the way that they lock you into that token is nice and easy. They incentivize you with a big, massive APR. All right. Don't be that guy. That's all I'm saying on this one is don't be that guy. These are maybe workable. And again, I want to give you the information. I don't recommend you swim in these pools, but if you are, at least swim in these pools with the life preserver and smartly. As soon as you lock in, you just threw away the life preserver. All right, you're on the Titanic. You just watched the last lifeboat drop, and now you're fiddling. You're that guy. It's cold, guys. We might as well play. You're that guy now. All right, because you're locked into this damn pool for 14 days as you get liquidated, and the token continues to go down and down and down. You want to see it? That's kind of why we got that ticker up there, and you're going to watch these things just bleed and bleed and bleed. It is a scam, all right? But you can make some money on this if you're careful, but you have got to be early, all right? The smarter you are, as soon as you figure out a way to be profitable on these tokens, they're going to change the scam a little bit. And they will. I don't spend all of my days, all of my waking moments analyzing these things. So you're only going to hear from me after they transition, after I figure it out, even if I care to look. I don't play around in these things, all right? It is bad news. But I also am not going to tell you how to spend your money. You're a big boy. You earn the money. You do you, bro. I would stay far and wide from these unless you are the one setting them up. And if you are the one setting them up, well done. I'm sure it's the same group of people. I mean, the formula is just perfect. And again, it's perfectly visible to you right here if you want to look. These are not serious pools. These are not serious investments. But as Toot alluded to on the Discord earlier, people like to meme, and they like to meme hard. All right, so let's go take a look at another DEX that has got a lot going on for it, considering all of the implications of a DEX like this. And we've covered it before, but again, Bell's not here to stop me, so I can talk about whatever the hell I want. We're looking at Orion. The biggest benefit to Orion right now is those two little letters right in there, the two that say AI on the DEX. Those are the biggest benefits to this particular token right now because it exists in the artificial intelligence space. Now, there's not a lot of AI going on this. There simply isn't. It just happens to be known as an AI type of token. But if you go over to Orion and look at the actual ecosystem, there's not a lot of AI anything over there. They kind of have an AI oracle, and it been talking it up, and it kind of works. But most of this over here, man, is just simply market sentiment, market hype. take a look at Fetch, take a look at Arai, take a look at Singularity, take a look at the AI tokens. Amazon is talking AI now. Elon Musk continues to talk about AI, and the more that these guys talk about AI, the higher the market sentiment goes. Because, oh my goodness, we have to get into this AI stuff. It's all the hit, it's all the rage, it's all the everything, and people just want to be involved in whatever's hot. So Arai happens to fit in that, but it also has some really, really nice pairings that I happen to adore. I mean, I just absolutely adore a couple of these pairings over here, so I'm going to take advantage of them. Now, my favorite over here is Arai Atom. I like to pair with Atom. I like to stay in the Cosmos. It's easy. It's one wallet. It's everything, but it also makes it very, very easy for me to do videos because everybody over here is familiar with Cosmos and Kepler and all that other stuff, so it makes it easy. But that 120% right now is an absolute gift. Now, you want to see a ride of market sentiment. Let me show you a ride of market sentiment. This is what market sentiment looks like over the last 180 days. I've been in this thing for a long time. I mean, I was in $1.50, $1.60. I was just loving on this token, but I was loving on it because of that pairing right there. I love that 120%. Now, I'm not doing anything different here than I'm not doing on Crescent. The difference is that they don't have any non-native tokens on them. All right, this is the only one. That's Milky USDT. It has nothing to do with Arai whatsoever, but the liquidity is low. Milky is kind of a game. You can find it over there on the Arai network. It's kind of a game, and they need to make sure that their token is available. They paired it with USDT. Even Arai didn't want anything to do with this, so think about that one. But the Arai Atom at 120%, I absolutely love it. Now, you have to be careful with these. This DEX is a circular firing squad. That's what it is. Only about half of the rate of inflation on Arai is incredibly high. Only about half of the tokens available have actually been released. The rest of them are sitting there with the on the chain, on the devs, and they're going to be released at a fixed period of time. They use it to incentivize these pools. Now, you have to have the APR has to exceed the inflation. If it doesn't, the longer you hold the token, the more you're going to lose. But in this case, it does. Now, I do want to pair this up with Atom because I don't want to dump off my Atom so that I can go and farm a foreign DEX like this, unless I can pair that with USDC or the native token, and in this case, I can. So I have my Atom here parked doing its thing. I have my Arai here parked doing its thing, and it's at 120%. Now, I don't have a tremendous amount in here, but it's always, or apparently right this second, I have nothing in here whatsoever. I don't think this DEX is their prime, what they really want to do over here. I got 22 grand in the pool. And I do it for that right there. I don't even care about the Arai X. The Arai X is the afterbirth. That's all I really care about is farming that up at 120%, because then I can decide what to do with it. Now, I'm not exactly farming this DEX just for the purpose of farming it. I'm actually building out two pools in this stuff. Arai is a volatile token, and I don't want to be fully locked into a volatile token like that, and all the rewards are paid out in Arai. That's the inflation. That's what we just talked about. So I need to insulate myself a little bit. Now, there's a couple ways to insulate over on with this DEX. One of them is, of course, the Arai USDT pool. So after you farm up your Arai every day, you can come over here, swap it. You break the Arai to USDT, whatever you have, half, bust it up. Come over here and you drop it into Arai USDT. So immediately half the value of your Arai is locked. It's locked in place, locked with the USDT. As Arai goes up and down, it's still possible for you to take a little bit of a permanent loss, but the token is relatively stable, so it's not a terrible thing. Yeah, so I will immediately lock up half the value of the Arai that I farm every single day, and I will put it into USDT. Now, I don't know what the token's going to do tomorrow, so I don't want to dump all of it. So the other half is more than happy to just sit there in Arai, the other half paired USDT. My favorite part about that little pool right there is that it didn't cost me a nickel. Didn't cost me a single thing. It's pure APR money. Another other pool up here. I've been struggling with the Osmo, guys. All right, I've been struggling with Osmo. Until Osmo Tokenomics 2.0 come out, I'm going to battle this. All right, because the inflation is tough. It is double tough. And you know what? Give me 1 second. Look at there, and I was good enough to mute. Until Osmo gets their tokenomics worked out, man, I have too much of it, and it's a little bit tough to earn with. Their APRs are way down, and they do not keep up with inflation. So the longer I'm sitting in an LP over on Osmosis, with the exception of a very few of them, the longer I'm in those pools, the more money I'm going to lose because it does not keep up with the rate of inflation. So I had to find a new place to put it, and I did right over here on Ori Osmo. Now, the offset of this is that I have to buy the Ori to pair with it, and I don't exactly want to dump the Osmo. I still want to hold on to that. I just need a smarter place to make it work. So we just shoved I think I started this pool at about $8,000, and it's made up extra couple grand. So it was $8,000 worth of Osmo and some other Ori that I pulled off from the other pools to create this pool. Now this one, the bulk of your they're offsetting the rewards right there with Ori X, which is again it's kind of it's you know what, it's Ori X. I'll just leave it there. So I get quite a bit of value right there on the Ori X from the Osmo. So I'd much rather have this Osmo sitting here earning at right over there at 127.58. I'd much rather have that Osmo sitting here doing this than trying to struggle it or pair it up with Atom at 22 or 23%. It just makes no sense to me to do that. So why don't I step back out and get into a token that has a lot of market sentiment behind it, in this case Ori. So yeah, and I don't liquidate the Ori X every day. I'm not that kind of a brutal jagoff. I do kind of just bury it over here in this little this pool because again it costs me nothing. That's another one of my favorite pools over here. I have not put a single cent of my own money into it, and you know we kind of are doing well, and we're doing well at 95.28%. Now, keep in mind, there's a timestamp on these things. There's going to be a time limit on all of these as more and more people get in, as more and more people figure it out, as more and more people end up doing what I'm doing. We are literally the cause of that token going down because we're simply over there farming it and we're liquidating it day after day after day. So I'm at least kind of a gentleman about it, meaning that I tell you how much I love you, even though I don't, by putting it into Ori USDT. But anybody that knows what's going on over here knows why I'm putting it into the USDT, putting it over in there to lock in the value. I like your token. I like what you guys have going on, but it's not enough to justify this much market sentiment behind it. So I'm going to protect myself, and there you go. Now, the other thing that both of these dexes have going for it, I should have really mentioned it and started it off. The thing that both of these dexes have going for it, which is what it should be a prime concern for most people in here, is the fact that there is absolutely no lock-in period on these dexes, none. Oh, and if you want to stick with USDC, they have the Ori USDC as well. But if I decide I want to remove my liquidity, what do I got? $200. If I decided I wanted to remove it right now, all I have to do is withdraw 100% and hit. Oh, wait, wait a second here. Oh, that's a good time for it. Their dex is a little bit sketchy, but it works, man. Sorry about that. Let me try another pool before I see if I really made an ass out of myself here. Add, withdraw. They've been having some issues over here right now. Like, yeah, it says I have none whatsoever, but I can add all day. Again, the dex is kind of sometimes it doesn't work as well as it should work. I'm certainly going to get a lot of value capture there on Ori, but actually I'm telling you to stay away from this one because the less people that are in this, the better it is for me. The less people that are over here on this dex, the better it is for me because then I get to be the granddaddy. But both Ori and Crescent are the same thing. I can pull that money anytime that I want to pull that money, and that works out really, really well for me. So let's take Stake Atom. You guys just saw me put that money in, and if I want to unfarm it, I just do this. I come over there, and the very money that I just put in, I can unfarm it immediately. I can unfarm it. I can withdraw it. There's no lock-in periods. So My risk tolerance gets a lot higher on dexes that don't have lock-ins because I can change my mind 2 hours after I get into it and pull my money out. Can't do that on Osmo. You simply can't. You can't do that on Osmo. Can't do it on Win. Can't do it on anything. I don't care for lock-ins. The market is too volatile to risk your money that long, so I'm simply not going to. Anyway, look, or I did show that, right? Yeah. So come over here, hit the unfarm button. Boom, I'm out. The money, go do what I got to go do, whatever the hell I want to do with it, and there you go. All right, so let me see if I actually have any questions here. You switched to Atom because it's stable in the last 180 days, but why don't you switch to USDC? That's his question from Nag0. Because I can't earn as well with the USDC as I can to Atom. That's it. And I want more Atom. I think a lot more good stuff is going to be happening around Atom. And if I'm going to lock in a token or if I'm going to be around a token like that for a good long period, I want it to be Atom. It is a blue chip. Yeah, because it's a blue chip. All right, the ticker is awesome. Thank you. Brownsburg Bat likes the ticker. I looked at that CLST pool on Frontier. By the way, the interest dropped ridiculously fast. Yeah, because it's a dumbass meme token. I bought $1 as soon as I saw it. That dollar right now is worth 85 cents. So it fell off 15% almost instantly. There you go. From Berms, the hell is Shiba C? It's a meme token, Berms. It's a meme token. Good luck, man. PT Barnum, there's a sucker born every minute. Crypto proves that out every single day. I make some money on Fox and Guardian. I LP on first day and unbond directly. Sell all tokens every day. And if it's unbond set, I saw it. Yeah, and that was kind of the way to play those early pools, but they're getting a little bit more clever now. It worked for solar. I did that personally with solar. But it was still new and fresh then, so people hadn't figured that one out yet. But now it's getting tougher and tougher when you're devaluing a token by 15% every day, even at 4,000% APR. It's not enough to keep up. Microman, yeah, I am bonded, but not early enough. 3 days left. Yes, sir, you're screwed. I thought Microman, there you go. What is Osmo 2.0? I have way too much Osmo. Yeah, now you're like me, dude. We have way too much of this token. Osmo has finally realized that they have a problem. All right, they do have a little bit of a problem with their tokenomics and the fact that they're just simply bleeding. And they had a couple of the thirdnings, and now that the APRs have dropped so low, they really only have excessive TVR in just a few pools now. That's as an Osmo reference. All right, $300,000 TVL in a pool is a good TVL, but it's not a monstrous one over on Osmosis. For Osmosis to say that's a big TVL needs to be 7 figures at least. So yeah, when you see 280,000 on Osmo locked TVL, it's not really a lot. And it's tough for them to incentivize it unless they say, well, we'll give 69 Osmo a day as incentivization for that. It's, $60, man. Wow. Easy, man. Easy. Yeah, so they've addressed that this is a problem. They're going to be relooking at the tokenomics. When I hear it, guys, you'll hear it. Until then, I simply have too much Osmo. I have to do something else with it. I can't earn well enough with it where it's sitting right now, so it's going to end up over on Awry. I mean, that's it. Whatever, for the next few weeks at least, whatever I farm the Awry, instead of putting it into USDT, I'm going to be putting it in and pairing it up with the Osmo that I have because it's a decent earner. So I'm just going to be going that direction right now, man. I've got to burn off some of this Osmo. I have way too much of it. Across 3 or 4 wallets I probably have 120, 130,000 just sitting there loose. So I need to put it to work, and I'm probably going to put it to work there. Out of all the other Osmo pools on all the other Cosmos DEXs, I think that one is the most favorable to me and the way that I invest. All right. Anyway, guys, I think that is it. Baron Von Blair, thank you for joining us, man. Big round of applause from me. This is a big round of applause. I will ask for some comments by why we're going out. Do you guys enjoy this show format? Do you enjoy this show format? Do you want me to continue to wax philosophical, or do you want me to tell you what I'm doing with my money, how I'm doing it, what I plan to do with it? I'm cool either way. Look, man, we are here for you guys. I don't need the money. So if you want to know how I made my money, this is how I made my money. If you want to know how I'm going to make more, this is how I'm going to make more. If you guys would like this format, I will continue with this format. If you would like something else, please let us know. All right, that's it. Guys, we do the show for you. I do it for you. Bell does it for you. Emery, all of us. We do it for you guys. We don't need the money. All right, we got it. All right, from the crypto end, we're good. But if you guys would like to see something else, please let us know. But if you like this format, you just want me to tell you what I'm doing with my money, we're more than happy to do it. And for the next person that's going to have a go at me regarding my jackal or what I do or how I do it, babe, you had better come correct, because I'll make you internet famous. It's a tiny little show, but guess what? People love bad news. And people love it when people go savage on other people. So if you would like to keep doing it, have a go, but you better come correct. All right. You don't know this token. You don't know this product. You don't know anything. But keep talking, man, because any visibility it brings to the project is kind of a good thing. And there we go. Neg, I think a little bit of both. Like both works great. Guy Hubler. Hey, Guy is over on Facebook. Guy, round of applause for the Facebook people. Guy actually caught me. Guy is my dearest friend, and by the way, he's the founder and owner of Guy's Gun Shops. Guy's Gun Shop. So for all of your firearm and firearms accessories, think Guy. He always loves when I do that shit. No way, guys. He's my buddy. Yeah, man. Look, if you guys want it, Allison. I don't know who Allison is, but she gave me a whole bunch of hearts on YouTube. That's the restream thing, guys. We're gonna get the whole scheduling thing worked out. We're gonna bring you a better show next time. Look, guys, that's all I got. It is drinking time. It's Saturday night. I'm in crypto, and you bet I'm gonna put a nice quality buzz on. That's very important to me for a Saturday night. So I appreciate you joining me. It means the world to me. I can't thank you guys enough. Questions or comments right there. Scott at ThePodocasts.com. And I answer any and all of them. If you got crypto questions, man, look, if you're confused, if you're hurting, or you just need someone to gripe with, Scott at ThePodocasts.com, babe. I'm here for you. All right. I will be your support group because I've been there. And it's always nice to, if nothing else, to have a shoulder to cry on. We're happy to help. Podcast Discord is a wonderful place for commiserating when you made a bad decision, and you just need to point out that I made a bad decision, but you need someone to pat your head and say, they're there. Podcast Discord is excellent. I'd have Bell link it, but I don't have a producer tonight, so you get what you get. That's all we got, guys. Until next time, please stay safe, and please be smart with your money. Cheers. We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.